is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Cincinnati's offense takes the field and leading the way for the reigning AFC champs is last season's comeback player of the year. A man who needs no introduction, Joe Burrow.
Burrow on play action. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And the next-gen stats going to illustrate just how quickly a quarterback has to process everything as he was on the ground in under 3 seconds, 2.9 to be precise. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw right side going to be caught. And he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots.
Ramondre Stevenson with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Patriots use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Nick Folk for the point after. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Devin McCourty brings him down. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down. Here we go. Now it's Burrow. Again, that's Hurst. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Plus the families all going back home and bring this house. Grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Burrow throwing for Chase on the crosser. He's got it. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Try to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Burrow will throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul. Roughing the tackle. Defense.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that one, that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so, they're going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Burrow's throw taken in here by...
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And it's picked up by the Patriots. There he goes, left side. 30, 20, 10. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
I think what we just saw there with that play.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this.
After review of the play, ruling on the field.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Throwing again on 2nd down.
Burrow. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase.
His 14th touchdown now on the
year. Under review.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And we are tied at 7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
From the 10.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now, they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And yeah, I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Jones. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but
that Patriots sideline not happy with what just transpired, and they're going to... So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Now it's Burrow.
This is caught. It's Boyd.
And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down on the other side of midfield.
A big play there for Cincinnati. So forget about being backed up. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way across midfield. Here's Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. Oh, what a move. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
These two teams all tied after one. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now left side on the swing pass. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing. They were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better.
Now Burrow loses the football.
There he goes right side. The 40. Past the 20. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown.
And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that in a great play for that defensive unit. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This one fielded at the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now Burrow. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. From midfield now, Burrow.
He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Burrow's throw into the hands of Sample.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. To throw again on second down. Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Again, it's Burrow.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down as that was not an easy one to hold on to. McPherson's kick is good.
And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
But not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 22. Throwing Jones. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On 2nd and 10, Burrow. That is taken in by Hurst. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A first down there on a pickup at 25. Mixing up the middle. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Burrow looking to pass.
Out of his hands quickly to Higgins.
And he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll give it to Mixon, and he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals.
Joe Mixon. It's a 1-yard touchdown run as his guys have now moved out in front. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now 17-14. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
New England's offense set to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Jones throw here taken in by Parker.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. Operating from the gun, Jones.
That's swung out wide to Harris.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw taken in by Bourne.
Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. They'll look to throw again.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and shorted the sticks.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 36. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Marcus Jones going to elect to bring this one out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Well, the Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. DJ Reader able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. 35 yards that time on the punt, and the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively, just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
Dietrich Wise running through and dropping him for the sack. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
Open man is Higgins. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 4th down.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now.
So it was a 3-point lead at halftime, and they double that with a field goal here.
And I think defensively, you've got to be okay with that because you've kept this game within a touchdown. Your hope is that you've inspired your offense to put a drive together, get in the end zone themselves, and hopefully get you the lead.
New England trying to get a place on offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Operating from the gun, Jones under pressure, and down he goes.
Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. And Burrow going to throw again. He completes it to Boyd.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Now Burrow on 1st down. And that's caught one more time by Boyd.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here. These last few plays, they have moved right down the field. And just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Now it's Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. Touchdown, Bengals.
Joe Mixon.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Bengals will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
No run back here for Jones. A touchback. New England's offense set to go. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now Jones. Throw left side complete. That's Parker. We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas Eve. Back now in Foxborough. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones, pass complete once again to Bourne. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 31-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this is caught. Touchdown. Hunter Henry, 31 yards. And the Pats have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. On for the extra point is Folk. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. 5 plays there on that drive, and it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC. And for them right now, not a done deal. They are holding down one of the final 3 wildcard spots with 2 weeks to go. But, you know, there are others, Charles, kind of nipping at their heels a bit.
And, Brandon, it's always worth keeping in mind, and I have to keep writing it down for myself. Remember, it's 7 teams in each conference now making the playoffs. So that brings more important games to the end of the season. So, in theory, more teams alive for a postseason berth later in the year. Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a 1st. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Kyle Duggar up to make the tackle. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That's going to be caught along the sideline. Keeping his feet.
Play is under review.
So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the 1st of his timeouts. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 23 yards, the final tally. Burrow will throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. James Washington from 3 yards out. And the Bengals are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it's James Washington who finishes things with a touchdown reception. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. New England trying to get a place on offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Open man here, the tight end Henry. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Throwing Jones. Parker's got it for a Patriots touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Patriots are back within a score.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals getting set to go. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Burrow's throw caught by Higgins.
Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Boyd. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Burrow on play action. That's taken in by Higgins. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 36. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
2nd and 11 now.
11 empty.
Here's a give to Mixon, and he'll take this one down to the 36. The second down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little